on and loved lists. I mean, we all love lists now, but back then it was really funny. And my guitar roll ranked solo in that one as the 24th best guitar solo. It wasn't James Litt, so it was Kirk Hammett. But James Hedfield from Metallica is in my house, and we were just talking about where Metallica's at now, and the record which is called Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Think of the corridor, you think of the work and inside the sleep at the time. And in Brazil, when you guys come up, Brazil had just found democracy, right? Alberta, like, you were front and center for that. What was that like from the stage perspective?
Well, I know there are bands that have been in there. They went in before we have, Scorpions or whatever. It's been fully documented, behind the Iron Curtain and all that. But the fact that we had got invited by Time Warner, it was us, the Black Crowes, the crew, Pantera was on that gig. Got invited to play the airfield. It was beautiful. It was unbelievable to look out there. And obviously, the free concert, nobody knew how many people were there. Can estimate. I didn't have time to count everybody. I was busy rocking out. But I tell you, it was awesome to see people letting loose. It was like a newfound, just freely. I don't even know if people were allowed to do what they were doing there, but it felt like they were finally, the chains were off. They were beginning to breathe. Finally, I saw people down in the front. People that were in the military uniforms. Keeping people back. They didn't understand what was going on here. They're just doing their job. Helicopters flying over, hovering over people, and they're hitting them with sticks. Stop moshing or whatever they were doing. What are you guys doing? They didn't understand it. But then eventually, helicopters went away. I remember military down in the front just taking their uniforms off and saying, I want to be part of this. I want to be in the crowd. So just seeing it happen, like literally the uniform coming off and being loose. Yeah,
That's wild. Are you a reflective guy? You look back?
Not till recently when I think the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame kind of kicked that off. Looking back and kind of seeing what we've done. We were just like heads down, go, go, go. If we look back, we're going to get fat and lazy, But that hasn't happened. It's given us even more reason to be doing what we're doing, and a lot of like healthy pride and realizing who in the family has helped us. So a lot of people on the way have helped Metallica fly the flag.
So much is made of the relationship between you and Lars, and now you go look back and just think they're the two guys. They're shaping the band to at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh man, I tell you, we've started fires, we've walked through fires, we put fires out. We have done a lot growing up together. And there's no other way to explain it, but he's a brother. We just love him, hate him. He's a brother. And
what's the order of that friendship?
Boy, it evolves, it morphs. It goes from, at the end of the day, what I can say is that when him and I sit down and we're real with each other, great shit happens. Really great shit. We just talking about, oh my God, my freaking kids driving me nuts. And he's all, oh yeah, really? And this one, this and that, when we connect, and all of a sudden we're real again.
Does that ebb and flow?
Yeah. We get if I live in my head, I get off track. I start thinking too much. He's trying to manipulate me, and he's thinking the same about me, and when we don't communicate, it just, we're creative people. We start making shit up. We have to talk, or else things go a little sideways.
How's Kirk through all that? How's Kirk manage that?
Kirk, throughout the years, has worn the striped uniform like a referee, and he was, hold it, guys, wait, let's just get along, everyone get along, kind of the peacemaker, the go-between, and that makes him feel safe. If we're arguing, he's not feeling so safe. But it makes total sense. Lars and I are in the front seat, fighting over the steering wheel, and Rob and Kurt are in the back seat, loving a ride. Like, where are we going next, guys? What's happening? Maybe they didn't have their, digging out the window. You know, the puppy. Yeah. But they're there and they're wanting to know what's next. What are we gonna do? So it's a great combination, you know.
Does that keep you guys tight?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We know each other so well. So when we respect each other's role in the band, we're not trying to step on each other's toes. I think it's a pretty key thing when you're in a relationship with 4 people or 3 other people. That you have to respect each other and you know each other, and it's okay. You don't change them. You know,
It's quite funny. I think it's not this weekend, but it's right around now as we have the release of the Cliff and Hole VHS tape. And so, in his right, like, it might even be this weekend. And remember just having that come out thinking, this is raw shit. You know, I mean, time is time. Friends are friends. When you think about it, and you've seen those clips in recent times,
it's been a while since I've watched Cliff and All, but you know that was all bootleg footage. I mean, it was stuff that it was, you know, not everyone had the phone to give, you know.
my first Metallica was a bootleg I got out for that grade 7. So I don't know, how many grade 12? We were 12 years old, but we were 12. Bootlegs are how we got everything.
Absolutely. And that's how we got our first, you know, release like that. And that's the only way we could revisit Cliff is through bootleg footage like that. So we're grateful for all of that footage that people are sneaking in, filming. And I think it's beautiful that we're at a point where there's going to be a lot of anniversaries now because we put out a lot of stuff and we survived. And, you know, we've got this Master of Puppets book, which is super cool. You know, going back and going through all of the, you know, Cliff stuff has really brought him back into our hearts again. I mean, he's always been there, but has woken it up in us again. And there was still, it's always like a treasure when you find a picture that you've never seen before. Like, that's me and Cliff, and oh, I know exactly where that is. That's in Belgium at the bar and blah, blah, blah. And to find, because most of the stuff's out there.
Yeah.
But we've been scouring and looking for stuff, and there's some really, really cool stuff that we found.
It's really special what, you know, he still means a lot to fans.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I think he means those first 3 records, and that's what that means to them, and they were very, very powerful, and obviously a great start for us. But he's still alive and well at every concert, everyone. There's not one concert that goes by that someone doesn't have a Cliff banner or something, or someone mentions it or something, so he was there.
Thanks all, take 1.